guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Just to let you know how the reading's going to go, we do your weekly check-in first. Then we have a look at more specifically your work, and we also have a look at your love life during the week. I'd like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me this week for your reading. And yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. This is the 22nd to the 28th of June, 2020. We're looking at your general career and also love. All right, sit back and enjoy. Okay, Gemini, let's have a look at the reading. Okay, James. Right, so let's have a look at the reading, Gemini. What have we got generally? Oh, is that meant to be... Okay, I've done these... Oh, I should really be paying attention, really, to... The trouble is that the camera that I'm recording on faces towards me, because you've got to see your cards. I can see the cards on the monitor. I've got like a 27-inch monitor that I look at the reading on. But sometimes I forget to check that the cards are the right way up, so it's facing you, because this is your reading. Let's have a look again. So, Knight of Coins is the message for the week. So, the Knight of Coins to me in terms of a message for the week is, it's about keeping on going. It's about building. It's about perseverance. It can also be a job, work, Knight of Coins. It can also be a gift as well, and help and support. Let's have a look at the next one. The Hermit, 2 Virgo cards. So 2 Virgo cards. Virgo is ruled by, rules work and service to others. So this may be something to do with work, because both cards are Virgo and they represent work and service to others. But this could also be a job, the Knight of Coins. And the Hermit is, its back is turned to the Knight of Coins energy. So maybe there's something about withdrawing from the mundane, or withdrawing from a job or some form of work, because that's work, and the Hermit can be a card that withdraws from whatever is behind its back. What's it facing into? The Devil. That's interesting. So discovering boundaries, I think, because for me the Devil, which is Capricorn, I mean, it depends on how you... It depends on how you focus on this reading, really, and what you think of the cards yourself, because you're always free and at liberty to, you know, look and explain the card in whichever way that you want. But, you know, for example, say, for example, you were looking at withdrawing from a job, you may discover it's more difficult because the Devil rules boundaries. It's ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is the planet of boundaries and limitations, and the Devil is Capricorn. But also, having said that, the Devil, it depends on what type of reading it is. Because the Devil in terms of a work reading, and we've got work here anyway, so we don't want to really be repeating ourselves on a reading. But I actually feel, I'm not going to turn this into a work thing. I was just saying that very quickly, that if we were looking at this in terms of work, it's a good card. The Devil is very good for me in a work reading, because, okay, it can represent like being a slave to the grind. It can represent kind of, you know, the crazy or the nasty boss, or it can represent somebody who's a bully or a troublemaker. But also it can represent somebody who's a CEO, somebody who's very focused on making loads of money, because Capricorn, the Devil energy when it comes to work, this is all about being the CEO, being the boss. It's all about possessions and material and property matters and having lots of money and being rich and that type of thing. That's what the Devil energy is. But some of you guys, maybe, it might be this week that you need to, instead of focusing on the Knight of Coins, maybe you need to focus on the Devil. Maybe you need to, the message is to focus on becoming bigger than what that Knight is there. The Knight of Coins is kind of like the intermediate card. So you're building something. You're building something for the future, especially if it's work-wise. Well, maybe there's a need to focus on being bigger and better than this. So instead of building something in the mundane, building something that is regular and traditional with the Knight of Coins, maybe there's a need, being the Hermit here, to focus, because the light is focusing on the Devil. Maybe there's a need to focus in on the Devil, focusing on being bigger, focusing on being like a CEO rather than, you know, a manager, for example. Because the Knight of Coins, if this was referring to work, for example, the Knight of Coins would be somebody who wasn't quite a King of Coins, obviously, or a Queen of Coins, but he's on his way up. But there's a need. The trouble with the Knight of Coins, he can become very stuck in terms of a particular process that he's on. And really there's a need maybe to focus on being bigger and better than what you are. So it's almost like it's saying that this is, you know, there is more It's almost like it's saying that there is more to whatever it is that you're doing here. Because this is work. The Knight of Coins would often represent the word work within the tarot. It's a job. But the Hermit isn't focusing on this job. He's focusing on the Devil. And the Devil can mean your deepest desires. It can mean that you have a desire to be rich, to be famous, to have lots of houses and material stuff. There's nothing innately wrong in that. Doesn't mean that you're less spiritual if you're focused on those things, but maybe there's a need to stop focusing on something, especially with the Knight of Coins, that is quite mundane as well. Maybe there's a need to stop focusing on the mundane and focus on the spectacular, for example, with the Devil energy. There could also be something about leaving a job or withdrawing from a job, but you're facing boundaries or you're facing some limitations in that. Let's have a look at the next one. But you've got the Sun. It's an interesting one with the Devil and the Sun, because to me, even though the Sun is a very positive card, it almost feels, when it's offset about the Devil, there's something. It's almost like the Devil is taken into a far more higher and far more powerful energy with the Sun energy. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so the Two of Wands is the beginning of a new path. This is where you're taking charge. This is baby Aries. So this is the start of a new project, or it's the start of a new enterprise. Okay, this is where you need to take charge. This is, I think the message is, so let's start from this message here, Gemini. The message is to take charge with the Two of Wands. So I think that some of you guys need to really focus on taking charge with that Two of Wands energy showing there. Therefore, for me, I mean, it depends on what that Sun energy is with the Devil. The Devil represents boundaries, but I don't actually think that this is boundaries in this reading. I'm going to clarify, and that's what it's trying to tell us with the Devil, because it depends. It can mean a lot of things. And then we have this Sun energy showing here. So the Sun is all about confidence, and with the Devil energy, for me, this doesn't feel like overcoming anything with a Devil card, because the Sun is also very hot. You've got two very hot cards here. The Devil card is hot. The Sun card is hot. So it's almost like you need to be focusing on becoming bigger than this Knight. If you've been in a fairly mundane job, you focus, possibly, I think, Gemini, the message is you need to start focusing in on becoming bigger and more spectacular. You need to be confident enough to take charge. I think that's what it's saying. So we're going to read it like that. I think I'm not going to do any clarifiers. That Sun is telling you that you need to be confident to take charge. That's what it's saying. This runs in tandem with the Devil. So the Devil is a very good card to get in this particular line of cards, I think, with the Devil energy and the Sun. Okay, because I think that this is something to do with the mundanity of where you are right now. And we're going to do a work reading, and I know that I'm doubling up the work readings, but this really feels like it may be something to do with career. It actually feels to me, Gemini, some of you guys have really, really been focusing on kind of doing things. There's a process to doing them in the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins is a great card to get when you're building a career or something like that. But it's almost like the universe is trying to give you a message here, Gemini, and it's trying to tell you, actually, you've got so much more to give. You've got so much more to give, which is why it's saying we don't want you to stick on the path of the Knight of Coins. We know that you're trying to build something at the moment, and that's fine, but it's almost like you're trying to build something in a particular way, like you're staying within the parameters. That's the thing with the Knight of Coins. He's very dutiful, is the Knight of Coins. He's not like a Knight of Swords or a Knight of Wands. He doesn't want to kind of go out. He doesn't like bucking the trend. That's the thing with the Knight of Coins. He's very similar to a Hierophant card. Very much likes to stay. And that's what coin people are, to be perfectly honest with you. The coin people like to stay within the parameters of their boundaries. Okay, and even though this is a boundary card, to me this is not so much about boundaries with the Devil. It's about going beyond those boundaries with the Devil, because what you're doing is there is a need here to focus yourself in, to focus in on the Devil. So to focus in on becoming bigger than whatever that Knight of Pentacles energy is there. So the Knight of Pentacles is possibly, some of you guys have been on this kind of process in terms of work, career, whatever it is. But the universe is saying that's fine, but now is the time to start focusing, shining your light in on this energy here, the Devil, which is possibly, you know, because the Hermit, when it's shining its light in on something, it's exploring it. It's exploring it. If you were to do a reading, say you were a tarot reading, and somebody was to say to you, you know, I'm going to hospital on Tuesday, what do you reckon that they'll do or they'll suggest? And you know, this card came up, the Hermit, and somebody said, oh, they'll suggest the Hermit to you. You would basically, they'd say, well, what do you mean they'd suggest the Hermit? And you'd say, well, they'd suggest an X-ray, because the Hermit is an X-ray unit in a hospital, because he's looking deeper into something, he's examining. So this to me looks like some of you guys have been following a true, tried and tested track. You've been making some progress with the Knight of Coins. But I think that the message this week is it is now time to look deeper into the Devil energy. The Devil is not always a bad card. It's now that it's just that now it's time to look deeper into, and also it may be that now it's time to look into the boundaries. So the boundaries, if we were to connect the boundaries up with the Knight of Coins, well, what's taking you so long? Maybe you need to take a deeper look into what it is that what is limiting you, because the Devil card also, if we were to read it like that, which I think I'm going to stick with that meaning actually, maybe now is a time to take a deeper look into what's limiting you. Okay, what is holding you back with this Devil energy? What are the fears? Because the Devil is the fear, and the two people in the fire are being held back by the fear of the Devil. So maybe now the universe is saying to you, Gemini, fine, you've been on this true and tried and tested path with the Knight of Coins. You've been diligent, you've been patient, you've been dutiful, you've been loyal to the path with the Knight of Coins, but now is the time to look into what fears are holding you back. What is the fear that's truly holding you back with the Sun energy to achieving your greatest? Because the Sun is all about achieving the greatest thing that you can achieve. So what's holding you back from achieving something greater? Because the Sun is something greater. So when we're looking at this, we're looking at the Sun being greater than the... Because actually, thinking about it as well, the Sun is freeing oneself from the Devil energy as well. Because the Sun is freedom, the Devil is boundaries. So actually, we're going to read it like that. Sorry it takes me so long to get to what I'm trying to say on readings, but I'm looking into everything on a reading when I'm doing it. So we're going to go with this. What I think the message from the universe generally is, you've been on this true, tried and tested path, whatever that path is with the Knight of Coins. You've been honest, you've been loyal, you've been dutiful, and that's great. But now it's time, because you've not moved from the Knight of Coins stage, Gemini. You've stayed there. You've probably been there for quite a while. So now it's time to start looking into what's holding you back. What are the boundaries that you're placing on yourself with that Devil? And it's time now to free yourself from that, because you can be greater than this. You can be greater than the boundaries that you impose on yourself with that Knight of Coins energy. And once you've looked into that and you recognize with the Sun energy that you have the autonomy to free yourself from whatever that boundary, whatever that Devil is, you need to start taking charge of your future, and you need to start taking charge of your destiny with the Two of Wands energy. Okay, it's time to start taking charge. Okay, because it's great that you've been on a particular path, but some of you guys, that card Knight of Coins also becomes too damn comfortable. So for me, some of you guys are probably becoming too damn comfortable with where you are, and now it's time to look into what's holding you back from becoming the greatest version of the self. Remember, the Sun is the self. So what is holding you back, Gemini, from becoming, the Devil is holding you back from becoming the greatest version of the self with the Sun. It's time now this week really to start taking charge with the Two of Wands, and probably to start putting some plans into action. What's going on with the work situation here? So I am seeing the abandonment here. Walking away is the Eight of Cups. Abandonment, letting go. The Nine of Cups energy. So the Nine of Cups is we've got an 8 that goes to a 9, funnily enough. An 8 of Cups and then a 9 of Cups. So we've got in a work reading, the 8 of Cups is going to be leaving a job, for example, energy. And the 9 of Cups will be satisfied, contented. Some of you guys might be feeling that now is the time to leave somewhere. You're feeling now is the right time to do this, because the Nine of Cups isn't just about wishes being fulfilled. You can often see with the hands being folded, even though this looks like, you know, the magic genie, this is also a card that represents someone who feels really contented and they feel really good, and they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, I feel quite good about this. So you guys, it may be with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups, that, and also it could be with the Eight of Cups, that this isn't necessarily leaving, because you've got one card, one number between the two. You've got a 9 and then an 8. So you may be one step away from manifesting something in your career, something good with the Nine of Cups. So we could say you're one step away from manifesting something in your career, or some of you guys are really happy to leave somewhere. But let's have a look at it. This night, wow, the 9 of Coins. This looks like you're one step away from manifesting something in your career. And you got another number 9 as well. So we've got a couple of 9s. Multiple 9s in a reading mean that you're completing, you're nearing the ending of a stage in your career here. okay, and you're one step away from manifesting something great. Nine of Coins, financial gain. This is the Lord of material gain. So this is material gain. This is something financial here that you're gaining with the Nine of Coins energy showing here. I think it's going to give you the strength with the strength energy showing here to set yourself free. You might be getting some money here, and it's giving you the strength to release. Because you see how you've got the strength with the strength energy to set yourself free. So some of you guys might be coming into money perhaps. Maybe you're coming into some, I don't know, you might be coming into a win, who knows. But I feel that you're one step away with the Eight of Cups in your career from manifesting something great. That thing that you're manifesting could be something financial reward, which is then going to give you the strength to start a new journey in terms of work. So you might be getting some money through. Maybe this is retirement money, or maybe you're getting an investment, you know, money that you put into investment or something coming through. Whatever it is, I think that you're getting some money come through for some of you Geminis. I hope it didn't call you Sagittarius or anything. I think some of you Geminis are getting money through, and I think this money is going to help you to start setting out on a new journey in terms of your career, which is really nice. The final cards are love. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be your fate, your destiny, for example, or this could be something unexpected with the wheel, or the ending of one phase, beginning of another. Let's have a look at this one. We've got, oh wow, so you've got the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. I'm seeing the ending of a phase showing up here with the Wheel of Fortune energy showing here. Now that's interesting. This can also be an unexpected thing. Somebody coming back from the past. Judgment. Let's have a look what shows up with the next one. Yeah, I'm seeing I'm seeing out of the blue. Unexpected is the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm seeing unexpectedly, possibly reconciling, or somebody who's coming back from the past. The King of Cups and Judgment showing there, because Judgment is something coming back that was once dead. And we've got the King. So you might be receiving a call out of the blue from an individual, that type of thing. Let's have a look at the next one. The Two of Coins energy. This might be you here, Gemini. What are you weighing up? You may be weighing up whether you want to get back together with this person, whether you can forgive them as well. Because on this version of the Two of Cups, with the After Tarot, I tend to read the illustrations on the card. And on this card, you can see that on the After Tarot, these people have finally come together and they are really embracing. So you may be weighing up whether you want to embrace this person again, whether you want to forgive them. There may be a forgiveness element in this situation. What happened in this relationship between Gemini and this person? What happened in this relationship between Gemini and this person in two cards? What happened? So what happened between you guys? Right, I need to put this the right way. The Hangman showed up here. I think that things just came to a standstill with that Hangman energy showing there. There may have been a third party in the situation. So I think that things may have come to a standstill. There may have been a third party. It might be because there was a third party in the relationship. Maybe this person had somebody else with the Three of Cups. It feels like something came to a standstill. Could have been involving a third party because there was a third party. Maybe this person gave you up for somebody else. But I feel that out of the blue Wheel of Fortune, you're going to get a call. These two cards, Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, can be just things that happen out of the blue, like a call, like, whoa, I didn't expect a call from them. But I'm getting out of the blue a call from someone, and it's showing as a King of Cups. They might be a water sign, they don't have to be. But this person showing as a King of Cups would have been a really nice person, to be honest. They should have been a nice person, somebody who was very loving and kind and empathic and understanding. But you might weigh up, you might be weighing up. Do I embrace this person again? Do I reconcile? Do I forgive them? Because they put things on hold with me. There was a third party and I lost out. They put things on hold with me. So that's interesting. Let's quickly do this reading again, Gemini, before we wrap up. So the first thing that I'm seeing in terms of general message is you've been on a particular track, whether that's career or anything else, for a very long time. You've been dutiful and you've been loyal. But I think that with the Hermit, it's almost like the universe is saying, now it's time, though, to start kind of investigating and exploring why you've been held back, why you've been holding yourself back. Is it through fear? You need to kind of look into what fears are holding you back, because you've been on this path and you've been really good on it. But I think that the universe is it's kind of saying to you, Gemini, you're greater. You're meant for greater things, because it's almost like it's saying that you need to explore the devil. You need to explore why you've put boundaries on yourself. What are the fears that have been holding you back? What are the fears that you've been holding on to? You need to look into your shadow side, basically. The devil, when it shows up in a reading, is all about the shadow side. So you need to look into your shadow side and release it with the sun energy. Okay, the shadow side needs to be released. Now, the shadow side, I'm going to ask what this shadow side is, because this is the shadow and this is the light. So the universe is asking you to look into the shadow side though. You've been on this dutiful path, but you need to really start focusing on the shadow side. And I think the shadow side, and I think that this shadows, and actually the shadow side for you, I mean, the shadow side doesn't always have to be, it doesn't have to be, in my mind, something that is hurtful to you. The shadow side could also, for me, be something that may be hurtful to others, especially with the Knight of Coins. If you're the type of person who lives by duty, you're doing things to please other people because you think it makes them happy and not necessarily yourself. So maybe with the Sun, there is a need to free the shadow side. So the shadow side could be the desire that you've had. Maybe you've had a desire to be a stripper all your life, or you've had a desire to be, you know, I don't know, you've had a desire to do something that other people probably don't agree with. And it's now time, I think, in a way, with the Sun energy, to free that shadow side about yourself so that you can take charge of your own destiny. Because the Knight of Coins, to all intents and purposes, he's not really in charge of his destiny a lot of the time. The Knight of Coins is basically accountable to the Queen and the King of Pentacles, his parents. So he's basically following in the footsteps of his parents, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So they say to him, come and follow us in the family business. And he says, okay, I'll do it, because he's very compliant. So when you get a Knight of Coins in a reading, it can mean to be compliant. So he's very compliant. And some of you Geminis have been very, very compliant with that Knight of Pentacles showing there. But the universe is telling you, with the Hermit energy, maybe you need to explore the shadow side. So maybe we don't read this as a boundary, but this being your deepest, darkest desires, and maybe you need to free them. So for example, if your duty is to a relationship here, Gemini, because everybody expects you to be in the relationship, everybody expects you to be married to this person, they expect you to have 2.4 kids, well, maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe you want to explore your shadow side. Maybe you want to explore multiple lovers, for example, or maybe we want to explore a different type of lover. Maybe if you're a woman, you want to be with a woman instead of a man. Maybe if you're a man, you want to be with a man instead of a woman. You want to deviate. Really, the Hermit is deviating from the path of the Knight of Coins, and he's exploring his shadow side. And you need to free that side of yourself so that you can actually start taking charge of your destiny. Because some of you guys aren't taking charge of your destiny. You're doing what other people want. So actually, I'm not going to bother with the oh, I can't even think what the word is. I'm not going to bother trying to look at what this is with the other cards, okay? I'm not going to bother doing that. I just think that this is telling you, the advice is, you've been dutiful, you've been loyal, you've been compliant with the Knight of Coins, but now it's time to explore the shadow side of yourself, whatever that is. And it's time to set the shadow side free with the Sun energy showing here and take control of your own destiny. In terms of work, what I'm seeing here is that you're one step away from something good manifesting. Okay, this looks to me like it's a financial gain thing with the Nine of Coins. This Nine of Coins, this money that you gain, maybe this is a, you know, a raise or something. It's going to give you the strength to start a new path. So maybe this is money gained through, you know, a promotion, or money gained through, you know, a raise in your job. But every bit of money, extra, whatever it is, maybe it's a lottery win, maybe it's an inheritance, because this can be an inheritance. You're getting money through inheritances. This is money unearned as well. So that card can represent lottery wins, and it can also represent inheritances. Some of you guys one step away from manifesting something great. It's money, Nine of Coins energy. This is going to give you the strength. So that money is going to give you the strength to start some new path of your own. So maybe the money that you get through this, you're starting a new business or something with that. Finally, in terms of love, I'm seeing out of the blue, unexpectedly, the Wheel of Fortune and that Judgment energy, this King of Cups coming in, unexpectedly giving you a call, some of you guys. And the Two of Coins, you guys, I think this is you, the Two of Coins, you're kind of weighing up whether you should embrace this person, whether you should forgive them with the Two of Cups energy, whether you should reconcile with them. We do have Two of Cups and Judgment in the reading, so this is reconciliation of a relationship. Some of you guys are really kind of saying, I don't know whether I want to do that or not, because this person left you hanging, possibly while there was a third party around, that type of thing. Okay, let's quickly then finally look at the advice. The advice for the week is share your gifts. And I think that whatever the shadow side is, that's your gift. Okay, for some of you guys, you really need to be sharing that. Your creativity positively impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talented inner muse, the Devil card here. Okay, nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared, and that's what this card here, this line, especially here, I think is telling you. And also in part this one, whatever it is you're gaining here financially, use it to start this new path that you want to start on. Use this in a constructive way. You've been compliant, some of you guys, all your life. Now it's time to start investigating. Now it's time to start exploring your shadow side. Not just your shadow side, but your deepest desires with the devil energy, and set them free with the sun, because this is going to allow you then to take charge of your own destiny. So this card I could definitely see as falling in with this one as well, and partially this one too. Okay, guys, so I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, okay, for your week ahead reading. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to come off the reading. If you'd like to order a reading, the link is in the comment section below, and also in the end screen. All right, love you guys loads. Have a great week, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.